Good morning, sir.
Both the teams are you able to see my screen? Please confirm it.
Yes, sir.
See my screen means yeah, yeah. Today we'll start the rest of the classes manual testing. Uh, hey guys, have you practiced the homeworks? Hi team, have you practiced the homeworks? It's your responsibility, ma. Okay, let's start my class. I'm not getting any responses from you guys. Yeah, open the manual testing notes, ma. So I told you right. 80 to 80 to 60 to 80% subject completed, then I will open agile testing once again for you. I told you right now it's a time. Make it as a side heading: agile methodology, agile testing, or scrum model. Agile model or agile methodology or scrum model. Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle of the project. Agile testing involves all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. My intention is to say that Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle. So, what's my intention here? Agile is a type of methodology that promotes continuous working of development and testing depending on the new requirements or new thoughts. Okay, continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle of the project. Agile testing involves all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. So, agile testing consists of all members of an agile team. Their targeted is to focus on business values delivered at frequent intervals. Scrum Master, he is the team lead for this particular project and he is the navigator for this particular process. Okay, Scrum Master is the person they are going to concentrate on, focus on their goals. Okay, in agile process we are following, we need to say that we are following agile methodology management process. If anyone asks you what is agile means, you need to say this: agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle. Agile testing involves all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. Scrum Master is the person he can focus on its goals. We are following, you need to say, we are following agile methodology management process. In this agile process, we are following sprints. I told you right, sprints are nothing but all the project requirements are divided into multiple parts. In that multiple modules. So sprint one is the testing cycle. In that particular sprint cycle, you need to work with development and testing in the particular part of the sprint. Suppose 100 modules are there. Every sprint consists of, okay, 10 modules. So total 10 sprints are there. In that particular 10 sprints, I segregated the 100% requirement into 10 modules. Okay, 10 submodules. All the 10 submodules are made as a sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. There are 10 sprints it will come. Each sprint consists of 10 modules. Are you guys understood what I'm saying? In Agile process, we are following sprints. Requirements are divided into multiple parts, multiple modules, that multiple pieces are placed in sprints. In sprint, each sprint having duration of 2 to 3 weeks. My intention is to say that The work span of development testing goes with 2 to 3 weeks, approximately 3 weeks. Okay, duration of each sprint 10 modules. You need to close it development and testing by 3 weeks. Okay, each sprint starts with sprint planning meeting. Every day starts with, I mean, before going to start the sprint, you need to work with sprint planning meeting. In sprint planning meeting, along with the team lead, business analyst and system analyst, technical architects, everyone, okay, will sit together and discussing on the points of senior developers, senior testers will discuss on the sprint planning meetings. Every day starts with daily stand-up call. Okay, you went to the office, right? Every day starts with daily stand-up call. What is that stand-up call? Discussions regarding on the project work, requirements gathering, sprint planning, raising, in which what we have to do the whole sprint. So here we are discussing regarding on the requirements gathering. I mean, for that particular sprints, what are the requirements are there? That requirement we are going to split it in user stories. In that user stories, we are going to write the content of the particular requirement. We are placing all the user stories in sprints. In that sprints, we are going to follow with sprint planning, tickets raising. What is the meaning of tickets raising? If any issues are there, means we are going to concentrate on that particular issues. How much time it's going to take, we are going to declare it. Sometimes we can say it as a user stories are also nothing but tickets. So as per the sprint, we split it with some modules, right? That modules, how many hours it is going to take for each and every splitted modules, we need to estimate the hours. So estimate the hours for tickets or user stories. Each sprint ends with sprint reviews and retrospective meetings, which include suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. Okay, let's concentrate, ma. This is the agile process at your company you need to follow. Okay, agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development life cycle of the project. So it's the continuous iteration because there is no end process in agile testing. After the delivery of the project also, we can able to change the requirements because that scope is available in only in Agile. Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle, lifetime achievement. Okay, lifetime access. Agile testing involves all members of an Agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. You need to say that. Okay, Scrum Master keeps the team focus on its goals. Scrum Master is the person, he will focus on the goals, targets, targets, each and everything. He is the inspector. He is always with us, Scrum Master. And you need to say we are following agile methodology management process for our projects. In this agile process we are following sprints. You need to say that we are following agile methodology management process to our projects. We are following sprints. Okay, each sprint having duration of 3 weeks of time. Every day starts with daily stand up call. Okay, you are working for the project. Every day you are going to discuss with external clients. That is nothing but external call. Before that, before going with external call, okay, external call with client, before going to work with external call, you need to make it as a internal call. Today what's the work you did? As per the work, as per the plan, our work is going on or not, you need to check it out. Like that, you need to inspect it. Each sprint starts with a sprint planning meeting. As per the sprint, everything is working or not, everything is aligned or not, okay, everything is scheduled or not, you need to check it out. Each sprint starts with sprint planning meeting. Okay, once planning meeting is done, every day starts with daily stand up call. What is that stand up call? Yesterday we did like this, today we are going to do like this. You are going to explain what you did on yesterday, what you are going to do on today. So to to client ma. Every day starts with daily stand-up call discussions regarding on the project work. That means requirements gathering, sprint planning. So you are gathering the requirements, right? For that particular requirements, you need to go with sprint planning. And after that, in each and every print, we are going to keep it as a user story basis. That means line by line order basis. So here tickets rising, in which what we have to do the whole sprints. What is that meaning? User stories, we are going to keep user stories in sprint. As per the user stories, you need to make the estimations how much time this particular user story will work on it. Okay, like after that, estimations on the tickets hours basis. So timing is very important. As per the timing, you need to split it out. Each sprint ends with sprint review and retrospective meetings, which includes suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. Okay, at the end, what we are doing, each sprint ends with sprint reviews, review of the sprints and retrospective meetings. What is this meaning of retrospective meetings? Okay, which includes suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. You need to conclude it. Any suggestions or important points on the sprint management work, you need to elaborate it. So after that, product backlog and sprint backlog. So while you are inspecting with the tools, like while you are inspecting with the tools, you observe that product backlog and sprint backlog. What is this meaning? Okay, have you remember, guys? I explained with, okay, team foundation server. Okay, at the time I showed it's off. Come on, it dropped out. High stream, please respond, ma. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my points, ma? Azale testing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only couple of people are talking, ma. Rest of the guys, I really don't know whether you understood or not. Ma, Skype team, are you able to hear me? Are you able to see my screen? Yeah,
No, sir.
both. If you are not able to see my screen, means you need to log in once again. That's the only one solution. Okay, right. Let's focus on it. Okay. So just go with it. These are the sprints. In sprints, we consist of backlog items. Product backlog. Product backlog is nothing but when you click on new button. See here. When you click on new button, you have here two options. Okay. If you want to post a bug, you can go with bug. If you want to add a user story, you can place the particular user story in product backlog. These product backlogs are placed in sprint backlog. Are you understood? Sprint backlog is a subset of product backlog. Are you guys understood what I am going to say it? Senior, super senior. Okay, so my dear guys, please concentrate on it. What I'm going to say, all the user stories are nothing but requirement. All the requirements are placed in where, ma? Product backlog. Hey guys, if you want to make a bug, You need to click on it and go with bug. If you want to make a user story, okay, if you want to add a user story, click on new, go to product backlog item. Both the teams, are you clear? Business analyst will pick product backlog. Test engineer will pick bug.
Sir, screen కనబడట్లేదు సార్.
Screen is not visible, sir.
For everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just focus on it right now. I shared.
Now it is visible,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Now it
Now
is
it's
visible.
visible, right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please focus on it. So I'm going to split it with sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4, sprint 5, sprint 6. Each and every sprint consists of backlog items. These backlog items are nothing but requirements. All the requirements are placed in backlog items. Product backlog is a set of all desired features which is going to place all the requirements are placed in product backlog. That means user stories are placed in product backlog. Okay, if you are a business analyst, you need to make it all the user stories in product backlogs. These product backlogs are placed in sprints. Am I clear with this point? Are you understood or not? Whose role is this, ma? Placing the product backlogs or user stories in product backlog?
Business,
Testra. What is the meaning, ma?
business
We
and
are not keeping business analyst, system analyst, technical architect. Their responsibilities, okay, to keep all the user stories in product backlogs. It's not our responsibility. What's our responsibility? While we are testing any application, if any bug is there, you need to make it as a bug. There are two options. One is related to agile process. That is nothing but adding of the requirements, product backlog items. Are you guys understood? Ma, if you are not catching me, it's very difficult for next process. Skype team, are you able to understand? Hey guys, please respond here.
yes, sir.
Hyse team, are you able to understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here, ma. What I am discussing, agile process I am discussing, ma. I shown you how to do the agile process. In agile process, the main agenda starts with sprints. In sprints, okay, all the requirements are placed with splitted perspective. Okay, total 100 modules are there, ma. Okay, 100 modules, it's not possible to test all those in a single time. It's not possible. So that's why what I did with the cycles. Okay, first 22 days I need to test with 10 modules. After the 22 days, 10 modules. After the 22 days, 10 modules. I am going to split the project by modules. All the 10 modules I am placing in sprint 1. That is 20% set done. After that, sprint 2, rest of the 20%. Total 40% are placed in sprint 1 and sprint 2. Like that, I am going to split the client requirement in user stories. User stories are placed in sprint. In user stories, client requirement is there. That user stories are going to split it in modules perspective. Am I clear, guys, what I'm going to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here I'm saying you, ma, okay, just focus on it. These are sprints. If you are a business analyst, system analyst, technical architect, okay, the finalized requirements are placed with the same process, backlog, new. Instead of going with test engineer bug, you are the business analyst or system analyst or technical architect, right? So you need to focus on product backlog. You need to add the user stories in product backlogs. Am I clear? User stories
Yes,
are
sir.
nothing but client requirements. You need to learn the real-time terminology. User stories are nothing but client requirements. Come on. User stories
Client
are nothing but
requirements.
client
Client
requirement.
requirement.
Client requirement.
That's
Client requirements.
yeah. See here. Okay. Product backlog contains a list of all desired features and is owned by the product owner. All the client requirements are placed in product backlogs with the form of user stories, with the form of tickets. యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అన్న టికెట్స్ అన్న రెండు ఒకటే. ఆ యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ ని టికెట్స్ ని తీసుకెళ్ళి ఎందులో పెడతారండి? ప్రొడక్ట్ బ్యాక్లాగ్ లో పెడతారు. ఆమె క్లియర్?
Yes, sir.
కమ్
Yes,
ఆన్.
sir.
Backlog interview questions ma. What is product backlog? Product backlog contains all the list of desired features and is owned by the product owner. Sprint backlog is a subset of product backlog. Okay. Sprint backlog is a subset of product backlog and is owned by the development team. All the product backlogs are placed in where ma? Sprint backlogs only, right? Okay. You are the senior. Okay. You previous students are nothing but seniors, right? Super seniors, right? Got it? What I'm going to say.
Yes,
So
sir.
sprint backlog. All the product backlogs are placed in where ma? Got it? Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
guys. Come on, guys. Okay. So this see here, ma. This is the real-time question. Okay. When you are going to keep freshers, okay, you just understand and ignore it. For experienced people, those who are going to keep the experience, you have to learn this technology. It's very, very important. Without this question, fresher and experienced person, they can't come out from the interview. 100% compulsory question. Okay, please concentrate on it. Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle of the project. Agile testing involves all members of a Agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. What I said up to now, Agile is a methodology. It's a continuous iteration. What is the meaning of iteration? Niramo. Hey,
Audible.
hey guys, please confirm me. What happened?
Audible, sir.
Okay, just wait, ma. I'm going to disconnect and connect it once again. How can I know? Right now, is it good or any disturbance is there? Better. It's
Now it's
not
okay,
good.
sir.
Rest of the folks, are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm saying you, ma. Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle. In SDLC process, if you are going with Agile process, each and every requirements and sprints, you are going to simultaneously working on development and testing throughout the SDLC process. Agile testing involves all members of an Agile with business values delivered at frequent intervals. That means, as per the targets, Agile team will focus on business values and delivered at frequent intervals. You need to say that Scrum Master keep the team focus on its goals. Okay, we are following Agile methodology management process. Methodology management of 2 to 3 weeks. What should we do? Ma, hi stream. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any disturbance, ma?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah. Let's focus on it. Okay. Today I'm going to discuss with Agile process, ma. Okay. Once 80 to 90% of the subject completed, I can able to open this question, ma. Right now I open this question. So Agile methodology or Agile testing or Scrum Master, there are three different names for this particular process. If anyone asks you what is Agile means, you need to say the answer like this. Agile is a methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle. Why I implemented continuous iteration? See here, once the project is released to the market also, client has a chance to rework on the updated requirements. They will provide us, I want these changes. If you want to do, I want these changes, you can do, miss, you have to do it out. So as per the client suggested changes, we need to do it out. So that's why I implemented continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development life cycle of the project. Agile testing involves all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. Scrum Master keeps the team focused on its goals. We are following agile methodology management process. Okay, in agile process, Scrum Master it will there. They will focus on how the project is going on. Inspector, scrum master scrum master keeps the team focused on its goals. I need to explain it. We are following agile methodology management process. In agile process, we are following sprints, each sprint having duration of 2 to 3 weeks. Each sprint starts with sprint planning meeting. Every day starts with daily stand up call, discussions recording on the project work, requirements gathering, sprint planning, tickets raising, in which what we have to do the whole sprint. Estimations on the tickets, hours basis. Each sprint ends with sprint review and retrospective meetings, which include suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. Product backlog contains a list of all desired features and is owned by the product owner. Okay. Sprint backlog is a subset of product backlog owned by the development team. Okay. This is the way of order you need to say to if if anyone asks you. Okay, this is the standardized process of SDLC process. The important, this is nothing but explaining of the concept. Okay, if any interviewer asks you, you need to say this process. In this agile process, we are following sprints. Each sprint having duration of 2 to 3 weeks. Each sprint starts with sprint planning meeting. Every day starts with a daily stand-up call. Discussions regarding on the project work. Okay. Senior engineer to okay. Associate engineer to senior. Okay. Team leader, project manager. Everyone should involve in the external meetings of the client. All the project team members should involve. Got it, ma? Any doubts, miss? Please ask. It's a different type of question, ma. It's not a textbook or theoretical question. It's purely on practical question with real time. When you are working with real time only, you can able to know this question perfectly. Okay, this is the process of IT companies. Okay, 99.9% projects are developed in agile process right now. In agile process, okay, if you are working means every day you need to involve with external calls, before that internal calls. In external calls, what you are discussing with client, yesterday we did like this, today we are going to do like this, you are going to explain like that, ma. Am I clear?
Yes,
Waterfall
sir.
model, it's not like that. V model, it's not like that. After 2 months or 3 months, client will come to organization and they will check it out how the product is. But agile process, it's not like that. Every day you are going to showcase the output to client. What you did yesterday, what you are going to do today. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Study carefully, ma. Okay, understand the concept. Okay, if anyone, because why I am repeating this question these many times means it's very, 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 very important. So once again, students, please concentrate on it. Agile testing is a methodology. It's a process of methodology that promotes continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the SDLC process. I told you right. It's a methodology. It's continuous iteration of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle. It's a continuous process of development and testing throughout the software development lifecycle process. Agile testing involves all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. In agile testing, all members of an agile team with business values delivered at frequent intervals. As per the targets, each and every business unit will focus on the client requirement phases clearly. Okay. Scrum Master keeps the team focus on its goals. Scrum Master will focus on the goals of the targets of the team. I need to say that we are following Agile methodology management process. In our projects, we are following Agile methodology management process. I need to explain the process of daily activity in our Agile process. In Agile process, we are following sprints. Each sprint having duration of 2 to 3 weeks. Each sprint starts with sprint planning meeting. Every day starts with daily stand-up call. What is that meaning of stand-up call? We are going to discuss with the client. Yesterday we did like this. Today we are going to do like this. Okay. Senior engineer or junior engineer, you are not talking in this call, SMA. Scrum Master keeps the team focus on its goals. He will escalate each and every point. I mean, development senior or team leader or project manager will run this particular call. Got it, ma? They are going to explain this particular. Scrum Master will ask the questions. As per the Scrum Master, you need to say that particular topics to the points. You need to navigate the call. So project manager will take over the call and he will explain our development process 20% completed. Yesterday you sent the links, right? We adopted that particular links and each and every navigation flow is working perfect, and our QA department identified that 2 or 3 issues in this particular module, and they accelerated with performance issue also. Our QA department raised these issues or raised these concerns. Like that, in the status, our project manager will deliver each and every point. Okay. As a senior test engineer, you are not going to discuss in this particular call. If client wants to discuss with your name, okay, what's the issues you found while you are doing testing? Could you please explain? If the client asks like this, it means you are coming into picture and explain the scenarios. And project manager at the time he will move that particular call to hand over to Lakshman or Sudha Pavani. Then you can hand out that particular call and you can speak it out. What the issue, where you raised, okay, what is the scope of the issue, what is the objectives of the issue, you are going to say it, ma. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very,
sir.
very, very, very important question. Once again, I'm going to trust this point, ma. Please read carefully. Every student should maintain this topic perfect, ma. Okay. If you are a freshers or experienced people, up to here, it's more than enough. Okay. For us, we need to focus on these points also, because we need to focus on agile testing, kickoff meetings. It's a project manager or a lead level kickoff meetings. Kickoff meetings means we are going to focus on what is the meeting structures, we are going to work on it, and discussions regarding on the projects. Product backlog grooming meetings. Whatever the requirements, we freeze it right. For that particular requirements, what's the enhancements we are going to do it out. That is nothing but in-depth grooming meetings. Sprint planning meetings. We are going to discuss on sprint planning meetings with a clear structure of each and every point. Daily scrum meetings, daily stand-up calls, scrum or agile meetings, sprint review meetings. So whatever the modules are completed for the particular modules, we need to check it out. All everything is working or not. Is nothing but review meetings. Sprint retrospective meetings. What is the meaning of retrospective meetings? Suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. Suggestions and important points on the sprint management work. That is nothing but retrospective meetings. Already you know. Product backlog. That those are nothing but user stories. These user stories are placed in sprint. Okay. You need to work with refinement meetings. It's not for you, ma. As a lead and project manager levels, we are going to discuss. Okay. Up to here, you just speak it out. It's more than enough for your 3 to 4 years of experience or a freshers. It's an added advantage for you guys. Am I clear? Sudha
Yes,
Pavani,
sir.
I am expecting
Yes, sir.
some doubts here from your side, but you are totally silent. What is the reason? If you understood means I'm very happy, ma. Why you are not asking any doubts here? What happened? Anyway, you understood, right? Come on, ma. Please answer to my question. Okay, this is the process in your company. Explain about agile process means you need to say that daily I will check my outlook. What are the mails I got? And after that, we are following agile methodology management process. We are following sprints. Each sprint having duration of 2 to 3 weeks. Got it? Every day starts with a daily stand-up call, discussions regarding on the project work, estimations on the user stories. User stories are nothing but tickets. Are you guys understood? Read this concept thoroughly, ma. And after that, I am going to open V model. One side is verification, another side is validation. What is the meaning of verification? QA activities are comes under verification. If you want to make any development, if you want to make any requirements to be freeze, you need to understand that. Okay, all the requirements are in a right conditions or not. QA activities are comes under verification. What is that meaning? Quality assurance. How you are going to provide assurance? If everything is perfect only, then we can go with the assurance. Okay, QA activities are comes under verification. When the company is going for capability maturity model, international standard organization documents and organization policies, which comes under quality process, quality standards, quality principles, quality documentations, process change management, technologies, audits, inspects, walkthroughs, all are comes under verification. My dear students, I want to convey you, okay, as per the standardized order, as per the rules, each and every feature is available. Then we can make the building five floors, because with the permission level, without permission, we can't build 5 floors of building. Am I right? The same way, verification is nothing but if you want to construct any building or any software, you should be thorough with QA approvals. Quality assurance యాక్టివిటీస్ ఆర్ కమ్స్ అండర్ వెరిఫికేషన్. అంటే ఏంటండి? విధి విధానాలు, నిబంధనల యొక్క చట్టాలు. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్. You have to follow verifications of terms and conditions. QA activities are comes under verification when the company is going for an international standard organization or any documentation policies which comes under quality process, quality standards, quality principles, quality documentation. Okay, process, audit process, inspects, these all are comes under verification. Then what is validation? Testing activities comes under validation, which includes retesting, regression testing, smoke testing, sanity testing, browser compatibility testing, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, non-functionality testing. As a test engine is what you are doing. Once all the requirements are up to the mark with quality assurance perspective, all the requirements are right, then you can start the work. Okay, government land, if you build the building means what happened? Without any proper permissions, you will collapse it, right? The same way, if you want to make a software, you need to take all the permissions regarding on quality process, quality documentations, quality principles, each and everything. Once everything is ready, you can able to build the building perfect. QA activities, terms and condition activities comes under verification. Testing activities comes under validation. Okay. If you are going to validate it, you need to follow verification. By the verification techniques only, you can able to test validation. So, my dear students, verification, you need to understand it. All the client's requirements, verify it. Then you can start the coding. While doing the coding, you need to make sure that unit testing and integration testing while developing the code. And after that, software testing for testing an application. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is also very important question, ma. Without this question, you can't come out from interview. Okay. Verification. Explain about verification and validation. QA activities comes under verification. Understanding the requirements with terms and conditions, nothing but quality assurance activities comes under verification. When the company is going for CMMI or ISO standards organization, which comes under quality process, quality standards, quality principles, quality documentation, process change management, technologies, audits, inspects, walkthroughs, all are comes under verification. Coming to validation, testing activities comes under validation, which includes retesting, regression testing, smoke testing, sanity testing, unit testing, integration